Shalom, shalom, testing, testing. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, with the Hebrew Israelites. Right, that's what we see in the saints of Lafayette branch. We come out here wicked and we don't prophesy that downfall. But it's wicked society, this perverse nation that you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes currently reside in. Before we go any further, we're going to turn and face the east and give heaven and honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shah, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, double honors to our teachers, the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well and are worthy of double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 60 times. Shalom, mighty shalom, shalom, right? Another weekend here in Babylon, right? And as you see, the society is getting more and more perverse. But throughout this perverse and wicked and detestable society, the Lord has raised up men. The Lord has raised up men, all right, across the four corners to promote his name, his good name throughout the earth. Like the names we just called on, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, the Heavenly Father and the Son, by their true Hebrew names. As it is written in the book of Exodus, no other name under the sun for which we might be saved by, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, and that name will ultimately trump every other name under the sun, as well as these prophecies. Go ahead.
This is Revelations 21:3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men.
The tabernacle of the Most High is with men. Right? He's dwelling with men. We're that Ezekiel 11:16, the little sanctuary. Lord, what do we be in that number? Because what are we doing? What would we be found doing? Raising up prophets. All right? Seeking out the lost sheep. All right? Not flaring our engines. We're literally, this is how you spiritually flare your engine. If you want to promote anything, promote the Lord, man. You got it.
Revelations 21:3. And I heard a great voice out of the heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and I will dwell with them.
And I will wait.
And I will dwell with them.
And I will dwell with them. And how is the Most High ultimately dwelling with us? We're about to read in Jeremiah 1:9, man. All right? He spake it by the mouths of the prophets. All right? Back in the garden, Adam and Eve, the prophets came in the cool of the day. The Lord had his men set up back then, man. But as the scriptures say, that grain of evil seed, all right, was put into Adam, all right, for prophecy's sake. For ultimately the earthly Adam to be no more, and the celestial, the heavenly Adam, Yahushua, whom the word literally called Jesus Christ, all right, for his name to reign supreme in the earth, man. You got it, brother.
God, again, this is Revelations 21:3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power.
And the part of the Lord dwelling with us is giving us his name. He's supping with us through the word, through Yahushua. Yahushua said in the book of John, roughly paraphrasing, no man coming to the Father except through me. How do you get to the Father? Through the Son. The book of John, first chapter, goes into the word was made flesh and dwelt amongst us. As a literal man, he embodied this, man. Yahushua embodied this, man. I am the Alpha and the Omega. And he just specifically said, my tabernacle is with men, with the prophets. Go ahead, brother. You got any more? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 9. Wherefore Yahweh also hath highly exalted him, and given him a name which is above every name.
Bring it out one more time.
Philippians 2, verse 9. Wherefore Yahweh also hath highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name.
And can you ultimately read up from 6? Start at 6 to get the whole point. Start at 6, get the whole point.
All right. Philippians chapter 2, verse 6.
5 to get the whole point. Salaki.
Okay. Philippians chapter 2, verse 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Hamashiach Yahweh.
And it is the same mind we arm ourselves to this day. And it comes with prophecy, foretelling. All right, the seers. The Lord has raised us up to ultimately say what's going to happen to Babylon before it actually happens. All right. So we're in the midst of all these things coming into play. What's going to stand at the end of the day? Our testimony. Revelation 19:10, the testimony of Yahweh is the spirit of prophecy. You go into that word prophecy, and it goes into the utterance of the Old Testament and the New Testament, man. Roughly paraphrasing, or the utterance of the Old Testament by New Testament prophecy. Because before the New Testament was written, what did they have to go by, man? The Old Testament, right? Yahweh said, I cometh in the volume of the book. So the prophets that have been before me and before the abode prophesied up to this point right now that we're living in, man. Whether you believe it or not, all right? Whether you have faith to believe it or not. That doesn't mean that tomorrow this place might go into a spiraling, an event that'll take it to a spiraling, man. The Lord is making these things happen through the planet Earth, not our own vain opinions. Go ahead, bro. You got something? Keep going, man. You got it.
All right. Verse 6. Philippians 2, verse 6. Being in the form of Yahweh, thought it not robbery to be equal with Yahweh.
Ooh, one more time. Give me wisdom of Solomon 7. Right? Go ahead.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 6. Who being in the form of Yahweh.
Right, he being in the form of him, meaning what? He came in the flesh. He was the image of Yahweh in the flesh. All right? And ultimately, we come in the image of Yahweh Shai. So we're likened unto that same. That's why it says, all right, be not ashamed of the testimony of the Lord, nor of me, his prisoner. We're prisoners of the Lord, man. The Lord has us in this society for our due diligence to either be manifest that we're good or evil. It's no other thing, man. Either you're going to be destroyed or saved. But the Lord said he's raised up his men and have spoken by the mouth of the prophets, the holy prophets, man. From the apostles on down to the least. You got more? Go ahead. Read that one more time, then something time. All right, push up.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 6. Who being in the form of Yahweh, thought it not robbery to be equal with Yahweh.
Thought it not robbery to be equal with Yahweh. That's a cut to the Holy Trinity, man. He said he didn't want to be equal with the Lord. So how are they the same person? How are they the same entity? He said, no man cometh to the Father except through me. That's saying, hey, me, the Father, come on. Oh, you can't come. Oh, you can come. All right? That's Yahweh. He's the word. He embodies that, man. He came in the flesh without a blemish. He was the ultimate physical representation of the ultimate sacrifice. That lamb without blemish, according to Revelation, the 5th chapter, it says, who under the earth, who under the heavens was worthy to open the seals? No man was worthy except Yahweh Shai. He took the book out of him that said, all right? That shows that separation right there, roughly paraphrasing the Revelation, the 5th chapter, man. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Verse 7, Philippians 2, verse 7, but made him of no reputation.
Made himself.
But made himself of no reputation.
Showing that he was a literal man, walked the planet Earth, all right, had a mother, had a father, came through the loins of a man, all right, by a natural birth, all right, through the course of sex, the act of sex. Go ahead, brother.
It says, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men.
And was made in the likeness of men, because it tells you in the book of John, it says, all right, the word was made flesh and dwelt amongst us. And I believe when you go into that in the NLT, it goes into Yahweh Shai, man. And just as it did in Philippians 2 and 5, it says, let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahweh Shai, because they got those bumper stickers, and when we were coming up, they used to say, what would Jesus do? right? But hey, we can say what we Yahushua do, because that's the ultimate example. All right? You just didn't have that name, but we can say what we Yahushua do, because he's the ultimate example of suffering in the flesh. Yahushua is the ultimate example of suffering in the flesh, going through it, man, and still being without blemish, being blameless. Now here we are. The Lord said, though our sins be red as scarlet, he shall make them white, roughly paraphrasing. Here we are in a perverse nation, all right, a just man falleth 7 times and get up again. We're making mistakes. The Lord still is going to cover us, man. He's going to cover his remnant. That's the mercy. We're going to be found written in the book of life. Lord willing, we are of that number, man. And that's a heavy testimony. Each man of the Lord throughout the Bible had a testimony, man. Job, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Yahushua, the ultimate testimony, man. And guess what? Yahushua finished his testimony without sin. So how much more us should we be coming back to this wisdom, knowledge, and understand? That's the only thing that's going to matter in these last sections of time, man. It's not going to matter how much rims you got in your car, how much money you got in your bank account, man. It's going to matter if you're serving good or evil down to the last second, man. The buzzer beater, right? That's what the Lord is going to hit on this place, man. But you got to have faith. Go ahead, brother.
It says Philippians 2, verse 8, in being found in fashion as a man.
Ooh, one more time.
In being found in fashion as a man.
Being found in fashion as a man. Go ahead.
He humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross.
Right, and being found in the fashion as a man, that's talking about Yahushua. He walked the planet Earth. All right? Joseph had sex with Mary. All right? That's a cut to the virgin birth right there. Cut to Holy Trinity. You got the Wisdom of Solomon 7? Go ahead, brother.
All right,
if you want to get into it, you got to put it.
Okay, all right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1.
Wisdom of who?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1.
Solomon, King Solomon, which was also Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
It says, I myself also am a mortal man.
Am a what?
Mortal man.
It says here in Philippians 2 and 7, 8, it says, and being found and fashioned as a man. How was he fashioned as a man? It's going to tell you. Go ahead.
It says, like to all.
Like to all? Meaning what? He walked the planet Earth. So how is there some mythical, mysterious, angel had sex with Mary? Come on, man. This is the exact same thing that was going on in these times. It was the exact same thing that was going on in those times. Children being born, people going up, people coming in. All right? The same thing. Scripture says, is there anything new under the sun? Childbirth is the same way. It hasn't been another way, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, again, I'm going to read from the top. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of earth.
So King Solomon said, what? I'm the offspring of him. So he was offspring. He was the offspring. He was birthed into this world, man. Just as we were. Just as Yahushua was. Go ahead.
Verse 2. It says, in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
In what?
It says, in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
In his mother's womb, he was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months. Could you give me 1 John 4:1 up? Just hold yours on yours. Could you read that one more time?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 2. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
In his mother's womb. So how did he get to his mother's womb? And how was he made in his mother's womb in fashion? Right? There's even a development stage in that. You have a child, they go through different trimesters or whatever it's called. Up until that 9th month, right? And then that child, you know, her, likened onto, all right, something that the Most High grows, a seed, sperma, right? Seed, sperma. So ultimately, that was likened onto us. Just Yahushua was. But the point is to be illustrated, the Lord did it with me. All right? By the mouth of his holy prophets. Go ahead, brother.
Okay.
By the loins of other men. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months,
In the time of 10 months, go ahead.
being compact in blood of the seed of man.
One more time.
It says, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that cometh with sleep.
Yeah. Back in the blood, got to see the man. The pleasure that comes with sleep when you're in that womb. What is it like to deep sleep? And y'all remember what happened in the womb? Can you remember when you were 2-3 months? What was going on? Me either, brother. So, hey, that's like it unto us. Us all, we had that journey, man. From the spirit world back to here, like the scripture say, I behold vanity under the sun is vanity. That's the earth. We have people that are going up, all right? People that are coming down. People that, it's a revolving door. It tells you that in, I believe, 2nd Ezra 5th chapter. It tells you that the Lord has a circle of judgment likened onto a ring. The Lord's judgment is likened onto a ring. So people being judged, going up, coming back down for the judgment as well. All right, it's a revolving door. But could you read the one before that last one again about the flesh?
Okay, I can read it over again. This is Solomon chapter 2. Salakias chapter 7, verse 2. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh.
And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be what?
To be flesh.
To be flesh. This is John 1:14. I'm going to start at 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word, and that first God is talking about Yahweh, second is talking about Yahushua. The Word was with the Most High, and the Word was a power. That's what this really reads. The Word was with the Most High, and the Word was a power. All right? Alahayim, judges, rulers, powers. John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High, and the Word was a power. All right? It says the same was in the beginning, all right, with the Most High. It says, and I'm going to jump down to verse 14, and the Word was made flesh. So Yahushua was made flesh, right? And Yahushua is what? The top ruler, the top judge, the top power, right? So it tells you in Colossians 1:15, who is the image of the invisible power? The invisible power, Yahweh. All right, it's the image of him being Yahushua, the firstborn of every creature, man. All right, the nation of Israel. Okay? I'm going to jump down to 14. John 1:14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Did you get this in the NLT? And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father. So why would it say it compares the Word to him, a person? Then it says the Word was made flesh. Then it compares the Word to the only begotten of the Father. That's explicitly talking about Yahushua. You cannot get around it. John 1:14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. And we preach Yahushua, man. All right? Because he's full of grace and truth. We're in the grace period right now, man. To come back, all right? There's going to be a great influx of people coming and asking about the 12 tribes chart. All right, is America really Babylon? What's the Quran? All right, is this the true image of Yahushua according to the Bible? And guess what? It's biblical. All right, John 1:14. You got it in the NLT? You got it.
John chapter 1, verse 14 in the NLT. So the Word became human and made his home among us. He was full of unfailing love and faithfulness, and we have seen his glory, the glory of the Father's one and only Son.
That's right. And Yahweh, whom the world ain't really called God, all right? He dealing with the man, first and foremost, his son. And guess what? If we are that number, we're the sons, plural, more than one, of God, all right? Sons of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're those other operating judges, powers, rulers, man. Because we're just gods in this flesh, man. If we be of that number, what we are, man. We're likened unto the elect of the nation of Israel, man, from the apostles on down to the least of us. We're likened to gods in the flesh. We're prisoners of hope in these chains of darkness. The scriptures say a little lower than the angels. You got any more, brother?
No.
You want to speak on it?
Did you bring out that 1 John 4 and 2?
No.
All right. This is just backing up the brother furthermore going into how Yahushua, was walking on the earth in flesh, man. All right, this is 1 John 4 and 2. It says, "Hereby ye know that the Spirit of Yahweh, every spirit that confesseth that Yahweh Shah Mashiach has come in the flesh is of Yahweh." So, all those that confess, the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, know that what? Yahweh Shah came in the flesh, man. All right? He came in the same, he came to come in the flesh, man. All right? He came to come in the flesh, man. All right? To show what? To show the rest of us that it's possible, man.
Yes.
All right?
How can we come in the flesh and our power not come in the flesh? If you believe. Now you ask a Christian that, they'll be just like, oh, what? They'll have that look like, huh? No, but you ultimately take them back to the scriptures, man. That's what's going to trump everything. This word, man, Yahweh Shai. And when he turns up, man, oh boy, when he turns up, man, when Yahweh Shai turns up, hey, if we are of that number, the scriptures identifies us as joint heirs. If you want to call this a will, you can. You liken the testament unto a will, right? Will, last living testament. This is what was left for us. Like the scriptures say, the law for heritage. This is what was left for us, left for men, all right, to lead and guide. Like the prophecy of Yahweh Shemel Shai. This is what was left for us to be brought back to our heritage. You got it, brother. You got anything?
Still back.
You go ahead and you can bring it up.
God, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 2 again. "And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compact in blood and of the seed of man."
Hey, and if I can say this, that shows you ultimately how we've fallen from that state of like we become dross, like the scripture speaks of. All right, that shows you right there because he was fashioned in 10 months, right? The average child, man, they ain't making it to 9 months. They premature. They are juiced up, should I say? I'm gonna just say it like that. All right, they full of these different chemicals, man. They're just being made little baby cyborgs, man. Walking around here, shirt up to here, eating on a lollipop, man. Talking about, I want this, I want that, give me that. Come on, man. You're 2 years old. What do you mean? This society has become completely perverse, man. It's upside down here, man. Like the scriptures say, women have been their oppressors and children rule over them, roughly paraphrasing. All right, that's the society to a T. So how can you not believe in this, man? The scriptures say that, man. It's in there, man. It's really in there. You really got to tell people this, like, it's really in there. Like, let them hear it. Hear it out. This is really what's about to happen here. Yes, it's true. Even though we look like this, we're in these chains of darkness, think about the message we're sending. Go ahead, brother. Think about prophecy.
All right, it says, "Being compact in blood and of the seed of man, and the pleasure that cometh with sleep."
Yes.
It says, verse 3, "And when I was born, I drew in the common air, and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature. And the first voice which I uttered was crying." And
the what?
It says, "which is of like nature, and the first voice which I uttered was crying."
Right, man. So he came in the same likeness as we all came. We were fashioned in our mother's womb. Jeremiah tells you that. Let me get it real quick. This is the book.
I'm already in there, Jeff.
All right, go ahead, brother. You bring it out.
All right. Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 4. "Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Behold, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee."
So before the Lord formed thee in our belly, he knew us. The Lord knew our parents. How much more, if the Lord knew us, how much more our parents that were going to bring forth us, man? If the Lord knew Yahweh Shah was going to come on the scene to fulfill prophecy, how much more did he know Joseph and Mary? You got it, brother.
In Revelations, it speaks about when it goes into World War II, when it speaks about those men. All right, in Revelations, it speaks about how the men being saved. Those are the seeds of the elect, man. All right, that the Lord had ordained those men to make it out of that war to what? Bring forth the elect. to what? To bring forth the word, man. All right, for whenever that appointed time may have been. All right. So yeah, even from the everything is set up by the Lord, man. All right, and like the scripture say, the Lord makes good His word. So, our great grandfathers, all right, from our fathers onto us now, man. The Lord has set it up to where they live and made it through whatever situations they made it through. To what? To bring forth the elect, man. All right, through that seed, which we're going into right now in Wisdom of Solomon. Okay. All right. You want me to continue there?
I think
it still got me.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So it says, verse 3, and when I was born, I drew the common air and fell upon earth, which is of like nature, and the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do.
That's right. And now we know we were all birthed in hospitals, man. So what the doctor said, is he crying yet? Is he crying yet? Smack you on your behind, man. Put that cereal, not that cereal, no, Salaki, the Social Security, Social Security ID, man. Yeah. Birth certificate, nothing but a price tag. Yeah. Matter of fact, your organs have prices here, man. Come on, man. You can't. This is a perverse society, man. We're gonna keep saying it, man. This society is getting more and more perverse. If you don't see it now, guess what? Just live in oblivion. Stay on Oblivion Island, man. Gutter Island. Go ahead, brother.
God, and it continues to say, verse 4. It says, I was nurtured in swaddling clothes and with care.
Swaddling clothes. Man. They still do that today. Swaddle kids in the clothes. You see that, man. You see parents in the supermarket. Got the kids swaddled up. So how is that so mysterious how Yahushua came on the scene? Or anyone really called Jesus Christ. This is King Solomon illustrating it, man.
Yeah, this is a real good point right here, these last two verses. It says, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. Ooh. And it is not Yahushua, the King of Kings. Okay, so what that tells you that Yahushua, even himself, came through what? Came through conceiving, all right? Through the seed, okay? Through the roots, man, all right? And it continues to say, for all men have one interest. God. It says, for all men, verse 6, for all men have one entrance into life and the liking going out.
Man, all men have one interest into life and the liking going out. Meaning what? The birth by the act of sex, all right? And ultimately, your judgment, like the scriptures say, after death cometh the judgment, man. After this material decays, decomposes, your spirit, all right, which is an ancient spirit that's within you, all right, that defies this time, it ultimately is sent up for that judgment. You come back into your right mind, and then a cycle happens, and you're brought back on the planet Earth through your posterity, through the offsprings of your progenitors. This is that word seed, because you mentioned that, right? Off the online etymology, it's the word seed, and you can just stop me where you want it. It's the word seed that says, seed, that which may be sown. It says, sowing, to sow. It says, offspring, progeny, posterity. It says, that from the meaning, here's the point, the meaning, semen, male fecundating fluid. The meaning semen, male fecundating fluid. I'm not sure what that word means, but male fecundating fluid, man.
That's right.
We know what that means, man.
Can you look up that word? So,
all right, I get it.
God. Because, yeah, it says sperm, man. All right, which is the seed. Okay, and if you look at sperm, okay, if you look at the I guess you would want to say the anatomy of a sperm cell. All right, and you look at you look at basically your brain and your spinal cord. That's basically what your sperm is, man. All right, it goes into the egg, okay, and then they had this new video that just came out that when the sperm enters into the egg, a flash of light begins, right, which is your spirit, okay, and then what? As we was reading in Wisdom of Solomon says that what you start to compact with blood. You know, you start to develop these different type of your arms, your fingers, at different types of
and they'll show you they'll even have sizes of avocado, sizes of banana, sizes of melon at this stage, until the full birth.
That's right. So that's right. So that sperm develops into the sperm.
It's the word sperm. It says the sperm means on my etymology, male seminal fluid, male seed of any kind. Male seed of any kind. And we're going to get in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. It goes into, all right, the spirit of a beast going downward. All right? So if you got a spirit that is in a beast, right? You got seeds that come from the male beast. All right? They procreate male of any kind. That means cats, dogs, frogs, whatever it may be, man. All right? But ultimately, us, from the loins of a man, men, okay, the offspring, Lord willing, we have faith that goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? We believe that that's our posterity, man. All right? Sperm, it says, male seed of any kind, the seed of plants, also of animals, that which is sown to sow, scattered. And the scriptures tell you that there's a spirit of there's a flesh of different kinds, flesh of man, flesh of beast. All right? Guess what? What divided them was the knowledge and understanding. You got to select it.
I just wanted to say that also kills the whole situation where they say, I'm mixed. No, you whatever your father is, man, because he just not said that the seed of whatever man. So wherever that man,
male seed of any kind.
Yeah, male seed of any kind. So whatever nation or pedigree, as the scriptures say in Numbers 1 and I believe it's 17, 18, gone. Where it says they determine the pedigree by the houses of men. All right. So basically, if you have a so-called Asian man lay down with an Israelite woman, it doesn't matter if that woman is an Israelite or not. That baby that comes out, even if their complexion is dark, okay, and he has more of the facial features of the mother than the father, that baby is a heathen. All right? But if Jake, the same thing goes for Jake. If Jake lay down with a heathen woman or lay down with any woman of any nation, okay, then wherever he planted that seed, that's what's going to grow. You plant an apple seed in the cornfield, it's still going to grow to be an apple tree. It's not going to change.
Right.
Okay?
And the Lord, and that's heavy because the Lord established that in the beginning as well. Seed fruit bearing seed, roughly paraphrasing, man. Every kind. All right? And that's likened on to us. Guess what? We're the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Lord willing, we be that number. This is that seed in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. The latter end of the paragraph, it says, seed, figurative, meaning descendants or genealogy. You got it, brother.
Right. It says meaning descendants or genealogy, man. All right, going into what? Your ethnic background, man, or your nationality.
I got it right here. It's the word genealogy. It says line of descendants.
That's right.
Pedigree, Numbers 1 and 18, you just quoted. Pedigree, descent. It says tracing of a family. It says tribal groups, study of family trees.
That's right. So
generations.
That's right. And you have different tribes. You have the 12 tribes of Israel, and then you got the tribes of the nations. of the different heathen nations, man. All right, and all of those, but they, all the men of these nations, all right, wherever they plant their seed, that's what ultimately comes out, depend, regardless of what that woman is, man.
Got you, son.
Okay.
This is Psalms 105:6. O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. Isaiah 41:8. But thou, Israel, Israel art my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. You got it, brother.
That's right, the seed of Abraham, my friend, because the seed of Abraham brought Isaac and Jacob had 12 sons, and that brought forth what? These, the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All right,
Yep.
through that what? That seed, man, through that bloodline. All right, that's how it works, man.
Yeah, and even on Genesis the 5th chapter, Adam all the way down onto Noah, the sons of God, Noah through effects, and all the way down onto Abraham,
All men,
patriarchs,
yeah.
sons. The Lord would have said the daughters of Yahweh. Come on, man.
That's what they say in these.
Yeah.
That's what they say. That's what these the small hat community says, that it goes by your mother, man. It doesn't go by your mother. It goes by your father, man.
We clearly illustrated that the seed goes into sperm.
Yeah.
Can a female produce that?
It cuts off at the female. It doesn't continue. That's why when God say, "Oh man, I want a boy." Why? Because the boy is going to continue that lineage through the seed, through the blood, man. All right. Through women, it stops, man. All right. But that's it.
You go ahead, Mike.
All right, it's Genesis 28 and verse. Well, I'm just go straight to the point.
Hey, and if I could just say real quick, ultimately, we're just illustrating that the Lord ultimately deals with men through generations of men. All right, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. You go up, Adam all the way down onto Noah, down onto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Lord willing, all right. We believe that we stem from one of these 12 tribes. All right, progenitors. Okay. But the Lord, like we brought out in Revelations, he dealeth with men, the prophets, all right, of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Genesis 28, verse 14. This is the Lord speaking to our forefather Jacob right here in this chapter. All right. Genesis 28, verse 14. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. Okay? And in thee and thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. So, first off, the Lord told Jacob that his seed will be as the dust of the earth. All right, the sand of the sea, the stars of heaven, north, south, east, and west throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay? Basically, we as a nation, the nation of Israel, we would be fruitful and multiply, and be scattered throughout all the earth. And as it went into in the latter part of that verse, in thee and thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. All right, the families of the earth is talking about the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Okay, it's not talking about all nations. All right, Jeremiah 31, verse 1 goes into that. Our Lord is only dealing with the families of the house of Israel. Okay, all these heathen nations will not take part in the kingdom and the promises that was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because hell, even when you go into the blessing that was given to Jacob, Genesis 27, around about the 28th verse on down, it tells you that all nations would serve Jacob, and that his mother's son, which Esau, would bow down unto Jacob. So showing you that all nations, when it says all families right here, will be blessed in the seed of Jacob, that's only talking about the Israelites, all 12 tribes.
That's right.
Because if you're in a state of having to serve another nation and bow down to another nation, that doesn't symbolize that you're blessed. That's a curse. But you got to know.
And that's why you Jake out there, you double cursed, right? You got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's out there, but you operating under the spirit of Egypt, man. Continually. The scriptures say, woe to you that go down to Egypt for help. This is backing the brother up This is Genesis 12:1, because the Lord ultimately through Abraham, because ultimately it was a lineage. Adam all the way down onto Noah, Faxad, down Eber, Peleg, Terah, roughly paraphrasing, down on Abraham, man. So it is a hierarchy amongst our patriarchs. And we believe that we stem from that hierarchy, man. All right? Genesis 12:1. Now the Lord said unto Abraham, father of nations, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred. Could somebody get that word kindred there? In Genesis 12:1. Genesis 12:1. Now the Lord has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. Verse 2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great. And the brother just illustrated how that blessing went down onto who? Jacob. All right. Jacob's name was later changed onto Israel. The Lord said, Israel, my chosen seed. We're back. Esau, surprise, we're here. All right, now what? Prophecy will reign at the end of the day. Genesis 12:2 again, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. And that's talking about Jacob, the nation of Israel, because all other families of the earth are going to be blessed, ultimately. Even these on the back of the side, because when the scriptures tell you when the righteous bear rule, guess what? The people rejoice. These other nations are going to be happy to be back in their order, serving us, man, properly. All right? You got it, brother. You can bring it down. All right.
This is kindred.
38. Moledes.
It says kindred, birth, offspring, relatives. It says kindred. It says, let's see, offspring. Again, it's just going to basically offspring, kindred, your family, all right, of that bloodline, okay? Like Jake liked to say in the South, my kinfolk, all right, which is what? Your family, man, all right? Let's see.
That's the etymology?
That's the blue letter. Want to get
Do
that?
they have anything on Jacob in there?
Let's see.
About the 12 tribes?
It says,
It must be another one in Revelation. You go ahead, if you don't see it.
it says by implication, lineage, native country, also offspring, family, begotten, born, kindred, native.
You got it, bro.
All right. So yeah, basically again, this is going into, I'll read the Strong's definition. All right, it says lineage. It says offspring again. It says family. All right. So yeah, man. Okay. Let me go into that word lineage in the Google. It says ancestry, family, roots. It says origin, race, bloodline, pedigree.
Right. Origin, race. That cuts the whole, we're racist.
Yeah.
What's that word you just read?
Origin.
What's the word you just read? No,
Lineage.
That's talking about lineage. So it says the word lineage means race. So if we're racist, what for our lineage? What for our people, man? What's wrong with that? Stock. Ooh, man. Pedigree. All those things fall in line, man. Like you quoted Numbers 1 and 18, brother. I got one after you. Yeah, you got it, brother.
Yeah, because basically what the brother's going into, when the Lord told Abraham to separate from his kindred, it was basically letting Abraham letting him know, hey, look, I'm speaking with you, I'm going to deal with you, but first, before I start dealing with you,
bro.
How you doing, brother?
How you doing? Can we help you? You got any questions?
I know exactly what's happening, but I wanted to ask you, how can I get a poster like this? It wouldn't let me order it online.
You say you know exactly what's happening. What's happening?
I know who you are. I know who you are, an Israelite.
Okay.
Israelites. So we are Israelites. I know what this is. This is Caesar Borgia or whatever his name is. And yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. So you teach? Is what you're saying?
I don't teach. I don't
Just-
personally.
Okay, okay.
But I am aware.
Okay.
I am
Well,
aware.
we're going to bring out the scriptures. You're welcome to be edified in the next question. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, and it also said breeding as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, going into what you spoke about earlier about going into Wisdom of Solomon 7. All right, going into how he was compacting the womb, and that comes by what? Breeding, man. Comes by the seed. Okay?
Seed.
That's right.
You get a word for you, huh? Because you said the seed, and we brought that out earlier. The seed going into a sperma, all right? The sperm of a male seed of any kind. We just bring a word out we usually get, but you got it on mind. It's the word in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Right? What you looking for? See? No, I'm looking for marriage. Here we go. All right. It's the word marriage from the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. And at the beginning it says, page 345, it says, marriage. Marriage is an intimate, personal union to which a man and woman consent. Joseph and Mary, they were married, right? To which a man and woman consent, consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse and perfected in a lifelong partnership of mutual love and commitment.
That's right. So that's the definition of marriage, which means what? It means that marriage is when a man cuts into a woman, goes into a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what true marriage is according to the scriptures. Okay, it's not where a man bend down on one knee with a ring and asks a woman to marry him, man. All right, that goes into the whole Queen of Heaven worship.
What you said, to cut?
Yeah,
It's that word. It's that word. Sex off the online etymology. All right, the word sex off the online etymology. It says sex. It says to divide or cut. To divide or cut. Sakar, to divide or cut. You got it, bro.
that's right. To divide or to cut, man. I mean, a man putting his rod into a woman and what? Breaking her heart.
Or what? Putting his
rod,
man, the key point. Brother said a man. All right? The seed of men. That's how we all ultimately formed here, man.
Yeah.
But if you're living in this perverse society, this society teaches backwards. Look what they did to us through the course of slavery. All right? Butt breaking, auction blocks. All right? A girl for one, boy for. That was Esau Edom. He separated us, man. Trying to, guess what? Take us away from our lineage and our heritage. But guess what? We were brought back. But ultimately, we were brought back through the Lord's amendment. Brother illustrated Revelation, the Lord dwelleth in a tabernacle of men. You got it, brother.
Yeah. That's right, man. All right, so yeah, man, again,
You got a word for you too.
Again, so the whole marriage thing is what? It's a con, man. It's a con to get money out of you, man. As the brother said, what? Whenever you're born into this world, you're given a birth certificate, man.
Yeah.
And on that birth certificate,
We were born here by marriages.
That's right.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, you're given a birth certificate with a social security number, which is nothing but a serial number. Okay, your name is in all caps, which means that you are part of the corporation now. Okay, so that what? That your parents will train you up as a good little boy or girl, go to school, go to their systems, waking up early in the morning to go to school, only to be training you up to where you're being able to when you actually go out there to go get a job, that what you already used to and adapt to the whole to the whole system, man. All right.
Yeah.
You know. Mm-hmm. So what? And then what? They again going into the marriage, man. All right, it being about money. All right, because marriages don't even last, man. All right.
Yeah, marriages according to this society.
Yeah,
man.
marriage according to this society don't last that very long, man. Especially now these days, okay? Because the love of many has waxed cold, man. All right.
This that word kindred, the one that you had brought. This the one from the New Testament.
All right.
It says, get it real quick.
Strong's G 5443. Foulet.
It says, kindred. It says in the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. So the word kindred means in the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. No other nation did it mention, man. So no other nation are the kindred, the people of the Most High, man. So I'm looking at this brother, looking at this other brother. These are my kindred, all right, according to the scriptures, man. Lord willing, we're persons or a person descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob.
Yeah. Even whenever the Lord said that he took Eve from the rib of Adam, that was the kindred of Adam. And she was an Israelite woman.
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't his nation, man. Of his nation of people.
Of his nation. That's correct. All right. It wasn't an actual rib. He took it. It was going into the nation. Okay. All right.
It says a clan or a tribe.
Yeah, a clan or a tribe, man. All right, a tribe, a bloodline. Again, going back to that bloodline, going back to the seed. Okay, of man, the pedigree.
Bloodline of men.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I'll get that Jeremiah. You have some more?
Well,
I guess we go. Okay.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 9. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. Verse 10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant.
One more time.
All right, Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 9. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth.
Right, and from the apostles on down to the least of us, all right, Amos 3 and 6 are, we're examples of that, all right, of being raised up and being ambassadors of the Lord. And we don't only foretell of these things on camera, but off the camera, we are operating as ambassadors of the Lord, according to the scriptures, man. So it's going to be made manifest through these hard, perilous times who the Lord's chosen are, who his chosen men are. It says, acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And that's the point I pretty much want to illustrate, that the Lord dealing with men on the planet Earth through the seed of men, all right, the sons of God all the way down onto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, through the kindreds, all right, many tongues, looking like many people, all right, but having the spirit of power, Yahweh Shimon Shah, man. The tabernacle of the Most High is with men. Go ahead, brother. You have something more? Go ahead, brother.
God, this is Amos 3 and 6. And it says, Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid?
And we're blowing a trumpet right now. We're speaking of the lyrics, that new song that speaks of in Revelation, the 5th chapter. And you can get that after that, Revelation, the 5th chapter, where it goes into that new song, and it goes into the kindreds. But we're speaking of that Revelation, the 5th chapter, the 14th chapter, these lyrics, man. We have a couple of them in front of us, man. Fear Yahweh Shimon Shah. Don't take the Karama, and America is going to be destroyed. Man. That's the new song that we sing. Ultimately, that the Lord is going to throw Pharaoh, his riders and their horses, the horsemen, into that sea, man, of nuclear fire. You got it on Amos? You got some more? Go ahead.
God. Verse Amos 3 and 6, it says, Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
So if there's evil in the city, the Lord has surely done it. Go ahead.
It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
He revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. All right? Jeremiah, Nehemiah, Obadiah, Malachi, all right? So on and so forth, man. Isaiah, Hosea, all right? Joshua, all our patriarchs prophesied up until this point, man. The day of doom is upon us, man. The day of doom is looming over the society, man. For a state of perilous events. You got some more?
Yeah, let's hit on that.
Go ahead, read yours one more time, my book for sure.
All right. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 9. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. Verse 10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant.
Ooh, to root out, pull down. All right. The Lord said, promotion coming from neither the east nor the west, but the Lord is the judge. He bring it up one and pull it down another, man. And that's what the prophets that have been before us of old have done. And that's what we're doing, man. This is Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the heavens armies, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. And this word is literally going to devour this place. It's doing it right now. You see the society is colluding, and it's ultimately going to devour it by that thermonuclear heat, which the word foretells of. We speak of the thermonuclear heat, the ICBM nuclear missiles, the lake of fire in the Bible, man. And it's actually going to occur. So when that's made manifest, we're going to know that, with proof beyond a reasonable doubt, man, that we were doing the Lord's work this time. We were out here on the highways and byways for the right cause, man. That's what we want to be made manifest. Go ahead, brother. I'm wise with yours. Yeah, bring out yours and break it down.
All right, this is Isaiah 13:1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift up the banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones, and have called my mighty ones for mine anger.
Did you get Proverbs 1 and 20 out? And that banner goes into the truth. All right, we're in the gates of these nobles, man. All right, these high ups. We're ultimately the elect on the right hand side, right? And you have a hierarchy on the left hand side. These international banking families who have a ploy, and they have an agenda on the planet Earth. And their agenda, all right, is to make you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes a part of this beast system, this beast image right here. This detestable device, man. Look at this thing, man. Me and the brothers were talking about it, all right, before the camera started rolling, and we went into these different images on here, on this particular sign right here, and all of the faces of those on these images are completely gone, completely possessed. And you see the phases of it in the society. You're westernized, feminized, you're all these things. Next thing you know, you're taking the charagma. You're bound to the image, man. Scary times we live in. Go ahead, I'm on you, Uncle Michelle.
All right. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. It says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. 21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
And that's what we're saying in this society. This is Psalm 60:4. Thou hast given a banner to them. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth. So the Lord says he gives a banner to those that fear him. The Lord's not going to give any precious possessions and treasures to somebody that just don't care about taking care of it. It's going to be like, okay, well, just put it in my pocket. Just hide it. Next thing you know, you washing it in the washing and dry, man. No, man, we gotta treasure this thing, man. The scriptures tell you it's either in Psalms or Proverbs, there's treasure to be dwelled in the house of the wise, but a foolish man spending it up. So that's like to Matthew the 25th chapter, where you got the 5 wise virgins, the 5 foolish virgins, the 5 wise men, the 5 foolish men. That's like to 2 different realities. Those that are living for the kingdom of heaven, and those that are living, all right, to keep up themselves in the society and putting the Lord on the back burner. You got it, brother. All right, you got any more? Go ahead.
Proverbs 1 verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge?
That's great, man. And we see that ultimately wisdom is crying out, but it's only for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's what Yahushua said to seek out, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's what we came for, all right? Those that are outside of this fold, man, the Lord came for the Jews, the Greeks, the Gentiles, because you got Israelites being labeled those things. You got Israelites in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, all right? Repping south this, north this, east this, west that, this block, that hood, man. The law said he gave us the law for our heritage, man. This, the scriptures, the law fulfilled through Yahushua tells us the do's and don'ts, man. And if you're abiding by it, you're not going to take this Quran.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
But like Friday we have our exam.
You at 21? You at 21? Jeremiah 1 and 10, and then I'm watching you got one. If not, could you get Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter? And you can bring out if you have something.
Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations.
Over the nations, the Lord said, ask thee, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. So, literally, we walk around here, we're literally over Esau, Moab, Ishmael, Ammon, Japheth. We're over those nations, man. And we operate in as such. And this is a part of us showing that we're over those nations. We don't literally go on a job and boom, kick the door in. Yeah, man, y'all going into slavery. Everybody in here, man. Nah, man. Scripture said, I hate thee with a perfect hatred. A part of that is the patience and faith of the saints. That's one of our characteristics is patience. Waiting it out. Going through BS all the time, being brought through the ringer. Suffering in the flesh. But at least you want to go out with the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You want to finish the course with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You don't want to walk out and say you gave it up for any other platform, any other name. Just like there's no other name in which under heaven we can be saved by. So where are you going to get salvation from? Salvation doesn't lie in this Quran. That's going to be, man, it's going to be like they'll say what in the Christian church, man, hell is long. They got a long line to hell. Hey, that makes some sense, right? There's going to be many of them caught up in that lake of fire, man. And there's going to be lines wrapped around a building, all right, to take this thing, man, in these up and coming days for the miracles contained in Revelation the 13th chapter. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother. You can break it down.
All right. It's backing the point on how the Lord told Jeremiah, which also applies to us in these latter days, that we're over the nations, right? Over the beginning. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So, and also backing up the point the brother made earlier, going into the term, racist or racism, which racism means what? Race meaning seed or lineage, and then ism, the suffix ism, it goes into to practice or advocate a particular doctrine or belief or cultural way of life. There's so on and so forth. So the Heavenly Father is racist. The Heavenly Father Yahweh advocates for His people. Okay, above all nations, above all people upon the face of the earth. So despite the fact that, we're in this lower state, in this flesh, suffering these curses, having to be subject to these heathen nations, hey, the Lord still esteems us above these nations because, according to the true narrative of the scriptures, the Lord is only coming back to save the Israelites, all right, namely the elect of the nation of Israel, the 1/3, which are what? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which again, no heathen will take part in salvation.
Yes, I got two of them for you. You use it for me though. Go ahead.
All right, this is First Peter 2:9, and it says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a particular people,
Peculiar.
Shalaki, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light." So you see there, again, going into the bloodline, man, of the Lord choosing who, man? The nation of Israel, and no other nation, man. The Lord has chosen Israel unto himself, a peculiar people, all right, unto himself, a priest, all right, of servants, a royalty, man, above all nations, all right, because all these other nations were created to be our servants and handmaids, man.
That's
All right.
the law.
Yes. All right. That's it on that.
I got two quick ones. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 17. For in the divisions of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Lord's portion, whom being his firstborn, he nourished with discipline. How will we nourish with discipline? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what discipline is. Before the law was given unto Moses, all right, physically written down, all right, it was in our inward parts. It was oral, man. All right, we were actually doing it, man. Okay, Genesis, the 4th chapter. Cain, Abel, the righteous sacrifice, the wicked sacrifice. We were literally operating in that mindset, man. That's how we're going to be brought back. But it starts here, man. Like it says, many were called. The church called us out, man. The church, the Lord put out the apostles on down to the least of us, and we were drawn into this thing. We were educated, man, and we believed. Why? Because in prior times we believed. In the times before that we believed. In Jeremiah 28:8 says, the prophets that have been before me, before these old, they believed and prophesied up until this point we're living in right now, where this thing is about to be implemented, man. There's no way out of what you're about to see, America. All right? And it's all biblical. This is the other one. Matthew 28:19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. And all nations, we're talking about the kindreds we spoke of, all right? The descendants of Jacob, all right? Who was a patriarch of Israel, all right? You got the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. That's who we believe we come from, all right? During the Passat, we say what? Blank bond, Yahweh, blank bond, and so on and so forth, man. What tribe you're from. But that's by faith, like the brother goes into. This is faith-based, man. We believe these things by faith. And how do we know ultimately that we're on the right track? Because nobody around us believes that they're Israelites, according to the Bible, that they have a higher power that looks upon us, all right? That to observe the high holy days and the Shabbats, according to the best of our abilities. The society is in perverse darkness, man. This is zombie land, just like those individuals on this sign right here, man. Taking that Quran, man. That's why it tells you in it's a Revelation, the 16th chapter, a grievous sword, man. It's going to come upon those that take the Quran, a grievous sword, man. A cancerous sword, man. So you're going to be given double hell, man. You're already catching hell as a slave. And you're going to put something inside of you that you think is going to give you access to a better life and a better reality, man. The Lord got something for you, man. Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah chapter 36, Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. So our people that's going to lean upon, basically the power of this modern day Egypt, okay, and who's the Pharaoh of this modern day Egypt? Esau, Edom, pursuant to Joel 3 and 19. Those are our people that's going to consent and bow the knee to this beast system, all right, and take their charagma as it just wanted to. It's going to pierce into them, all right. It's going to pierce into them. It's going to be a snare into them. It's going to lead to them receiving a grievous sword, like the verse just quoted in Revelation 16. And ultimately, it's going to lead to the 2/3 of our people that's going to take that charagma, being destroyed with fire and brimstone in the midst of the Lamb and the holy angels, are pursuant to Revelation 14. So this whole entire society, Babylon the Great, America in particular, which is the modern day Sodom and Egypt, this whole entire society is a snare unto our people.
Yes.
That's why it goes into Revelation 18. They want Babylon the Great was abundant in what? Slaves, as well as what? The souls of men.
Yes.
This society, Babylon the Great, ran by Esau Edom, ultimately wants our people's souls. And that's the spirit. Because just last night I was watching Get Out on Netflix. And then it went to that part where the dude was he was strapped down in that chair in the basement, and he was talking to that guy on a TV screen, the one that was blind in the movie, that art director or whatever.
Yeah.
He was basically like, I just want those eyes. Talking to Daniel Kaluuya, I believe that's his name, Daniel Kaluuya.
Trying to say this as well. He also said they also said in there, he was like, I want those eyes, but he was also like, I want to know what's in your mind. I want to know what's like, basically like your spirit, man.
Yeah.
It's like I want to own your spirit, basically. It's what it was Esau want to do, man.
And they showed you that, like when you watch Get Out, they showed you that when you pay attention to those, like all the Jake characters that was around the house, like Georgina, that the one that played the maid, and the other Jake that was like working in the field, cutting the wood and stuff like that, and even the other one that showed up at the party that was like at the beginning of the movie and they kidnapped, like it showed them basically like them being in that hypnotized state. They were basically being controlled by the grandparents of that family. Like Georgina, she was being controlled by like the spirit of their grandmother, and the Jake that was working in the field, he was basically controlled by the spirit of their grandfather. And
and that's heavy because they posterity, man.
Mm-hmm.
That shows the nature of their mindsets against us, man. I got something for you.
You got it.
Oh, they got that also. They got the other TV series called Then. When you was when you go into, if you watch the latter part, the last few episodes where it goes into that priest, and the priest is like, you are chosen people, but you disobeyed and you broke the law, and so forth and so on, man. And then what? Throughout that whole TV series, it goes into how basically Jake is cursed, man. And that how Esau furthered the affliction, and that how Jake hate themselves, man. But really, we are holy people. We are special people unto the Lord, man. That stereotype that's been beaten onto our people to where they hate each other, man. And that's shown a lot through music, by how they say, how Kanye said that, I hate that nigga, or this, that, and the third, man. All that hate speech against your own people, man. So yeah, man, the Lord really did a number on us, man. And he really knew what he was doing whenever he put the curses on us, man.
Yeah.
All right?
And if you completely do it, you trust in the system, man. Just to back your brother up, man. The Lord already did a number on us as a people, and if you decide to buck up against the Lord in the grand finale, man, you're going to be utterly blot out, man. All right? Like the scripture says, those that wait to everlasting life and others to shame, man. You don't want to put your head down, man. Isaiah 36:6 in the NLT, because like the brother was going into, those snares of Babylon will pierce you through. All right? It's like an untrustworthy system. But you won't walk into a booby trap and see what happens, what's down there in that booby trap, if it won't pierce you through, right? Or if it's not something that's down there waiting to devour you. Isaiah 36:6 in the NLT, O Egypt, if you lean on Egypt, oh, Salaki, the Lord is being sarcastic. Isaiah 36:6 in the NLT, on Egypt, question mark? If you lean on Egypt, it will be like a reed that splinters beneath your weight and pierces your hand. And this is a shot to Sleepy Joe. It says, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, is completely unreliable. Hey, man. And that's plain, man. And that's like, so is the rulers, so is the people, so is the system. The society is unreliable. This society is about to collapse. It can happen. It's a notification away, man. And it's biblical. We're going to keep going back to that. Go ahead, brother.
Yep.
You got it.
So, leaning upon this modern day Egypt, America is a snare unto our people that's going to lead to their hands being pierced. All right, their right hand or their forehead, which we know is talking about the Revelation 13 and 16, the Karagma. Okay, because that Karagma, when Esau implements it, he's going to push it as peace and safety and a solution to all the chaos that's going to be going on in the earth very, very soon. But it was ultimately a snare. And ultimately, because, as it tells you in Revelation 13, we know that the Karagma is going to be for the use of buying and selling, but it goes beyond that. It's going to be a tool used by Esau to ultimately control you. Why you think when you go into that word Karagma in the Greek, it says an M-A-R-K branded on horses. Why is that? Because, back in, even to this very day, if you have horses or cattle, for example, if you wanted to,
M-A-R-K them.
Yep.
That's my possession.
That's the word right there.
Hey, man, that's heavy. So how are we to be someone else's possession? The Lord said he likes Jerusalem to a comely and delicate woman. We're delicate. We're likened unto the Lord as virgins in Revelation the 14th chapter. So why would you trade yourself off to another power that's going to pierce you through? Man. Hey, and that's heavy, man. Like the digital all, like we go into. And the scriptures tell you that the love of let me get it real quick. Let me back you up real quick. All right. This is 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love, I'm going to start at 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. And if you liken unto yourself and put this inside of you, you're going to be likened and caught up with that son of perdition, Esau, man, with his judgment. All right? For the love of money is the root of all evil, while which some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And if you love money, you can't serve the Most High and another master. You're going to hate something, and you're going to love something. It's going to come down to the end where you say, man, I love this system so much, I got to take this. Or you're going to say, well, I hate this system so much, I'm not going to bow to it. I got to stand with my power. That's what it's going to come down to, man. You got it, man.
Like the brother had just quoted, one man can't serve two masters. You love the one, hate the other. You can't serve Yahweh Shai and serve Mammon. Mammon, when you go into it, it's basically like a
Get it for you. Okay. This is Matthew 6:24. I'm going to get in the blue letter. Matthew 6:24, Yahweh Shai speaking. No man can serve two masters. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and mammon. And I'm gonna get that word.
Yeah. So hey, the Lord doesn't deal with gray areas when it comes to whether you're serving Him or not. Is it you're serving Him with your whole heart, your whole mind, body, and soul, like they say, or either serving Satan or any other idol of this world. Okay? And when it comes to money, hey, if you're all into money and want to gain and gain, is this, that, and the third, and wanting the riches of this world, then you won't have time to fully serve Yahweh Shema Shah. Because that shows that ultimately money in your belly is your master, okay, and not Yahweh Shema Shah. And to make this point as well, that shows you that you can't receive the MOTB and also receive the Tawaf pursuant to Revelation not Revelation Ezekiel 9:4.
That's right.
You can't have
badge of exemption.
Yep. You can't receive two MARKs. Okay, you're either going to receive one or the other. You see, the Lord ain't dealing with none of that gray area in between nonsense.
It's the word mammon. It says confidence, wealth personified. It says treasure, riches, where it is personified and opposed to the Most High. It says,
so basically, you can't serve wealth and the riches of this world and at the same time try to call yourself serving Yahweh Shema Shah. Because all the wealth and the riches of this world is ultimately going to lead to you being tempted. Okay? It's ultimately going to lead to you being tempted to take the charagma in order for you to maintain all that wealth and riches that you have. And even when Esau pushes his NWO system and that charagma, you're not even going to fully receive all the wealth and riches that you have now. You're only going to receive a fraction of it.
Yes.
Because Esau is hoarding all the riches and all the lands and the wealth to himself.
And he's going to control how much of that you get too.
Yeah. And he's going to be able to cut it on, cut it off. Because now you're his possession. If I got a pair of shoes, I could take them on and take them off. If I have a car, all right, I could turn it on, turn it off. This is the word mammon, and there's a word in the word mammon. It's avarice, and I didn't know the word, so I looked it up, and I'm gonna bring out the definition of it. But just the word mammals.
$31.26. Mamonas.
Mamonas, it says mamonas, and then in the definition it says avarice, spelled Avarice. And I looked it up, and it says on the online etymology, it says avarice. It says the desire of gaining and possessing wealth. It says greed, covetousness, inordinate desire, greedy, grasping, craving, long for, be eager. It says to enjoy, consume, refreshment, food. Refreshment, food. You got it, brother.
And God, hey, yep. And that basically it basically goes in like
your belly.
Yep. Basically making your desires and your fleshly lusts and your fleshly wants an idol.
That's right.
You're clinging more to your wants and your need in this world more than the wants and needs of Yahweh Shema Shah.
That's right.
Why it tells you in Colossians 3, verse 1 on down, set your affection on things above and not the things below on the earth. Because the things of this world, the fashion of this world is getting ready to pass away. The riches, the wealth, okay, the powers of Esau, Edom, and his elites, and you see the nations. So if you trust these things, then ultimately you're going to perish right along with these devils. You see?
That's right, man. Because we saw a great example of that whenever that first P hit, man. When the first P hit, everybody was so concerned about their jobs and how they was gonna make it, man.
Yep, they went and got juiced up, man, on a false flag.
They went and got juiced up, you know what I'm saying, in fears of that they were gonna lose their jobs. And fears of what? They was gonna lose that assets, the things that they worked hard for all those years. Their mortgage, that they put on the money that they put into the mortgage after all those years. All right, that just shows you, man, that when this Karama comes, as we've been speaking about, it's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be nothing for these people to want to line up and take it, man, because they don't have faith outside of anything besides what they see in this world, man, in this society. They don't have no faith in anything else, man. All right. So what? They're gonna fall. They're gonna fall to this, man. All right. They're gonna fall to that. They're gonna fall to this image, man. All right. You got it. Right?
1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
That's right, man. So we use this world, man. All right. We in the world, but we not of the world, man. All right. We're just passing through. Okay. But what it says as well,
1 Corinthians 7:31, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
That's right, the fashion of this world passeth away, man. So we don't put our mind to this place to say, man, you know, we gather, you know, money and go to our jobs or whatnot, whatever brothers may do, and save. Okay, to get whatever necessities that you have to. And you're not wrong if you get a little bit of extra something if you have money. But overall, to say that you're going to have a life here and that you're going to have a white picket fence and a family and all of that, that's out the door, man. That's out the window. We're not looking forward for that, man. All right? All right? We're not looking forward for this, man. We're not looking forward for this place to even last that long, man. All right, we're looking for this thing to go out by next year, Lord willing. You know, Abarat that this place, all hell breaks loose, man. All right, you got, you got them already talking about government shutdown because they're almost about to reach their cap. Okay,
a spiking and alarming rate of pestilence, specifically in the state that we live in.
Yeah.
We got the CDC director saying, put those face protections on again, man. In preparation of this holiday coming up, not to spread this thing that's going around. It's Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness.
That's right, man. So riches profit not in the day of the Lord, man. Okay, the things, the materialistic things that we have here, okay, we know that they are all temporary because there's already executive orders to take all your worldly possessions away from you, man.
Perfect illustration of our lesson, swallowing. Yeah. Child being swallowed in clothing by a father. Boy, too.
But yeah, man, as he said, man, that the righteous, what? Can you read that one more time, Brother Bashar?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness.
That's right. So the wicked are going to fall by their own wickedness, man. Which is what? That filling of their belly, man. All right? Receiving of their constellation. They have received their constellation, man. And the constellation is their their cars, their jewelry, their houses, okay, their families, all right, which they chose over the Lord, man. Okay? So what? They're gonna fall by those things, man. All right? And the Lord is looking for men to be able to sacrifice the things right now, so that way what? That you can fully enjoy them later, man. Because you really can't enjoy anything right now, man. You can't enjoy your family. You can't enjoy your family. You can't enjoy food. You can't enjoy your own house. Your children. You can't even enjoy them without the government coming in and trying to tell them that they can choose whatever gender they want to be, okay, or to be a part of their system, a part of their school system. You have to jab them up with all kind of juice, and if you don't send them to school, then they'll send your ass to court, man. You know, they'll send you to court for not allowing your child to to go to school, man, because you don't want to jab them up with that juice, man. All right, which is completely wicked, man. All right. So that's why we look for a kingdom to come, man. We look for the establishment of the kingdom to come, so that way we don't have to deal with all of these different heartaches, man. These headaches of dealing with this society, man. All right. But yeah.
Because that's the type of that's basically the direction that Esau is going with the society. Draconian laws, measures, unrighteous decrees, taking away your right of ownership. You won't own your children, you won't own your house, whatever land that you may have right now, because you got like a lot of these preppers and whatnot. They always talk about, grow your own food, this and the third, grow your own crops. Well, guess what? Very soon, the direction that the elites are going with the society, which are Edomites, okay, you won't be able to own none of that stuff no more. Because all you preppers out there, you boast about how, you grow your own food, you have your own cattle, this and the third. Okay, but what if Esau, the government, sends a small militia, okay, into your home, your property, to take over your stuff? What you gonna do then? Okay, now you're gonna need to defend yourself, but guess what you won't? Because Esau and his government is too technologically superior, okay, over all you purpose right there. And that's why, like the brothers was going into earlier. Okay, riches a profit not in the day of wrath, but ultimately his righteousness is going to save from death. And that's only coming to for the elect, who trust not in the things of this world. All right?
Did he say shalom?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to all that, like that drive-by Israelite stuff. Shalom! I don't.
I got one right here. This is Psalms 37:16. It says, "A little that a righteous man had is better than the riches of many wicked." That's right, man. So the little that a righteous man had is more than is more precious than what the abundance of a wicked man, man.
Right.
All right, because what that wicked man ain't doing nothing with that money but doing wickedness. All right, and
That's all I be seeing back in my home time. Like a lot of these young dudes look like they fresh out of high school or just into college, riding these big ass trucks
yeah,
with what they call the Carolina squat.
and that's an example of what I just read.
Yeah.
You got money and you spend it on what? Dumb shit, man. You know?
You ask him his nationality, he's gonna tell you a rap group. That in his mind, he's a part of it. Go ahead, brother.
But yeah,
I got something too.
but yeah, the little that of righteousness have is better than the wicked man, and we see a great example of that because what? Who is ruling right now? Esau, Edom. All right, these rich banking families that own all the money in the world. Okay, and what are they doing? They're funding both sides of the war. They're causing all kind of mischief. Okay, they own all of these different companies. Okay, the food, the medicine. All right, the television, corrupting the mind, corrupting all three of them, man. All right, corrupting all three. All right, they give you medicines that way you have to keep on coming back to them. They feed you television with lies. All right, propaganda. All right, and the food is defiled. Okay, along with everything else, man. A lot of the foods that are here in America are banned in a lot of other countries, man. All right, and now you have a house divided. You have California that they ban some of those items like Skittles. What else did they ban? Sour Patch Kids. Uh, all these.
Hey, and then they'll have it. You'll be able to go. Just that's why scriptures say how people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Just read back the label. They'll have these warnings that say, hey, this is outlawed in the state of California, known to us for causing cancer. They be like, man, I grew up on that. What? We're supposed to renew our minds. New creatures, man.
Yeah.
Old man is past. Bringing that new man that's ready to receive that incorruptible body. That's walking after the image of Yahushua. This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. All right? And this is another device of illustrating that precept in Job, man. This is of no value. How is this furthering you to be more connected with your power, the name of the Lord? All right? How is this giving you any dominion? This is no value, man. And as you can see, the people that are on it, look at them, man. Completely gone. That's an image of the people on here. That's kind of like what you illustrated about the movie Get Out, bro. That's how they look on there, bro. Completely gone, man. And before it gets to that, you got people that are literally like that, even though they're walking past us, they're literally like that, spiritually. Man. They're gone. Just gone, man. We go another lineage.
Nobody realizes it's forever for it to dry, and then you have to reset the code.
What's the last scripture you had? Job? I'm going to bring it out again. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value.
Yep. Everything that Esau has forged from the time of the Renaissance up until now, here in 2023, it's all been based off of lies. Okay, lies, deceptions, lying on history, lying on science, pseudoscience. Okay, he pushes lies with his technology. All right, his money system is all one big lie. The whole Federal Reserve System.
Yes.
Everything that this man has set up is all based off of a lie. And Esau's last greatest lie that he's going to push before the Lord comes and destroy him is going to be that Quran. That's going to be Esau Edom's last great lie. You see, because he's going to push the Quran as some form of solution for all the chaos that's going to be going on in the earth before Esau pushes it out. He's going to push it as peace and safety. All right, but then what's going to pursue after that? Destruction is going to forge it. Yep.
Hey, I got something for you too. This is the word forge from the online etymology. It says forge, to counterfeit, to forge, to shape, fashion, build, construct, to falsify. And as we read, it said, you are physicians of no value. Physician is like to what? A doctor. The word doctor means to falsify. So that's the works of this society. And this society is based off of purity, wickedness, witchcraft, wizardry, man. It says to construct, to frame, to build device.
Build a device. So as a brother was going to
a crafty device, I like it.
Crafty device. It tells you now, was that Daniel 8? He calls craft to prosper. So Esau, he forges lies and deceptions, and it's going to lead to him forging a device to further push his lies and deceptions.
Yes.
And that's the Quran, the Revelation 13, verse 16. Okay? What you got? All right. Okay.
God. This is Daniel 8:25. And through his policy also he caused Shlaki. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper.
Right, and as the apostles and various other brothers always make a disclaimer when this precept is brought out. This is originally talking about Antiochus Epiphanes back in the ancient Greek Empire, but now we're in the Greco-Roman system all over again. So we see Esau getting ready to push these things all over again. Go ahead.
I got something too.
It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Right. So through Esau pushing his witchcraft, okay, his craft, his devices, his pseudoscience, his pseudo technology in these latter days, it's going to lead to him magnifying himself in his heart, thinking that he's the Most High, thinking that that he has ultimate control over the things of the earth, control over people, control over the food, control over the resources, control over how people travel and go to and fro. When Esau pushes that charagma and tries to implement his NWO system, that's going to have him on a godlike state. He's going to magnify himself in his heart. Okay, magnify himself in his heart to the point to where, as the verse is read, he's even going to try to fight against the Prince of Peace, which is Yahweh Shai. Like that's how mad and insane this devil is. And like he tells you in Obadiah concerning Esau, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. This devil was greatly deceived through his science and technology that has made him proud these latter days.
That money made him proud, man. Yep. That money and technology, like you said, bro.
Hey, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to seriously humble this devil, okay? Bring him down to naught, to where the nations are going to narrowly look upon this devil, like it says in Isaiah 14. You'd be like, man, you mean to tell me this nigga is the one who made all the nations to shake and tremble and weaken us out? This man right here, that's how Little Moses will bring this devil. Okay? A great humbling is coming to these Edomites, starting with their elites.
Back to the point I'm going to the Antiochus before Epiphanes, right? Solutions. He ultimately had that agenda back then in that Greek Empire to put them under that policy for it to prosper, and it didn't then. But that's Esau Edom first coming into power, and now him ending off his rulership, all right, his unreliable rulership. But that reflects as America today, man. Esau Edom is going to cause his craft to policy. He calls it all, man. First Maccabees 1:41. Moreover, King Antiochus IV, wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. All right, he calls it all. All right, both small, great, rich and poor, free and bond. Okay, that they put a charagma in their right hand or their forehead, man. All right, it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Now, this even shows you that the Lord says the heathen agreed, but then it tells you that there were Israelites amongst the heathen, even at this time. It says, First Maccabees 1:42, and everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Shabbat. Hey, and that's happening in this time, man. All right? You got Israelites that are going to consent to that crap. Revelation 13, it says, all right, those miracles, all right, that he caused to be performed in the sight and the image, that he caused them to worship the beast. You Israelites are going to fall, 2/3 of you, to this circumstance right here. We're seeing it on the planet Earth being foretold by us and also being played out in our daily lives, man. This is just a society filled with unbelief. As perverse as it is, like how the audacity, man, to be filled with such unbelief, man. But the Lord is going to ultimately blot this society out, man. Like Scripture tell you, the eyes of the Lord look upon a sinful kingdom, but that policy is going to be through his laws. He said, leave your laws and come to what? My law. This is Esau. This is his law, man. He's going to do away with his constitution, man, in the society. This is going to govern everything. You got it, brother.
That's Esau's new covenant right there.
Yeah, bro.
That's
Khan,
that's what Esau wants to put in your inward parts.
Yes.
That's his new covenant right there. And pursuant to Isaiah 28, 2/3 of our people are going to consent to this covenant, which in that chapter is known as what? A covenant with death. This is the ultimate covenant with death right here. And you're going to give the man of death, all right, the man of sin, Esau, Edom, complete control over you and your life. He's going to control your body. He's going to control your thoughts. All right. He's going to control your access to resources. He's going to control how you travel. You know, how you have food and drink. This is the ultimate covenant of death right here that 2/3 are going to make with Esau Edom. Because this is his new covenant, his left-hand new covenant. But that was
This is just back in First Maccabees 1:11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen." And the brother brought up this is Esau's new covenant. So you got Jake that are gonna go after this, man. Gonna openly promote it. They're doing it now, right? Because if you're not denying it, you're promoting it, right? They're not actually saying, "Hey, go and do this," but their actions are saying they're not denying it. So that speaks volumes. First Maccabees 1 and the latter end of 11, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow." So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. So you're going to have people, all right, you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, who are already seeing you're bought out. You're going to be so forward to promote this on the behalf of Esau Edom, man. And guess what? Lead our people into that ditch. As we see that being unfolded, man. Because guess what? You're not teaching it, then you're forward. In this point in time, right? You're not teaching for righteousness according to the Bible, then you're for wickedness.
Yeah, we've seen that. Yeah. We've seen a lot of that when they first started the P, man. All right, you've seen all these celebrities coming out talking about, all kind of celebrities coming out saying, "Get this, get the juice, get the juice, get the juice."
Celebrities that you ain't seen in years.
Yeah, they even got more than Freeman.
Yeah. A Mike Jones effect, man. Coming back and being brought back through Esau's new covenant, man. Like the brother put it, they're being remembered in Esau's life, man. They want a piece of this society, man. What's gonna happen, man? The look on Jake's face when you can't put those 10,000 upon 10,000 upon 10,000s of $100 bills on your head, man. When that actually means nothing. You know how much that means to Jake to put money off, splurge it out. That's literally a highlight in Jake's mind and walking Babylon, man. What happens when that goes away and vanishes? What are you gonna do? You're gonna seek this license right here, man. And when you go into that word license, the etymology, it means to do something that would otherwise be illegal, right? Illegal according to what? Our law, statutes, and commandments. So you're gonna get the license to do this. This is illegal according to us, man. That's what we're telling you. This is an illegal device, man. This is not legit. This is technology, man. Pseudoscience. You got it, brother.
You got
I was hoping that
Ecclesiastes 3. Go ahead, yes.
Where you want me to start?
Start from the top.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "To everything there is a season."
Everything there is a season. So it's a season that you're going to be up, season that you're going to be down. It's a season that you're going to have plenty, a season that is going to be scarce. The Lord is doing that and maneuvering it throughout the planet Earth. Everybody got their chance to rule, right? We go into these historical pieces and tell you when different rulers came into power, when they went out of power. Everybody had their chance, but who's the judge in all of these captivities? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. The Lord was judging it. But the Lord said he ruled it in the kingdom of men, and he set it up over it this time, the basis of men. Antiochus Epiphanes, he was a base man. How do we know? Look at the mindset he came in. He wanted everybody to leave their laws that were holy, the holy covenant, as it's going to read. Let me read that real quick, because it said our covenants were holy, man. So that shows you how base Antiochus was, man.
He was the Edomite, so
That's right.
He was based by default.
This is First Maccabees 1 and verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen, wherein they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. So they built in vain, man, according to the customs of the heathen. Offering up swine's flesh, all right? Having our children uncircumcised, like it's going to say. Verse 15, First Maccabees 1 and 15, and made themselves uncircumcised. And made themselves uncircumcised, man. We made ourselves Gentiles, man, under that Gentile mindset, going after the ways of the heathen, going after their image, their system, being base. Because without this word, what base, man? What nothing without this, man. This is what gives you, activates you, invigorates you, quickens you. First Maccabees 1 and 15, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant. It says they forsook the holy covenant to go after Antiochus, who was saying, come to worship the laws of the heathen. My ways, my one world government. And that's like it on to Esau, man. And you got Jakes that are selling out. All right? We're building onto the marriage, man. We're not buying into the system. Yahushua said, if my kingdom was of this world, then my servants will fight, that I should not be offered up into the hands of the Jews. Therefore is my kingdom not from hence. So now we're at the end of this thing where it's time to really fight and really, like they say, what? When you 4th and 1 or 4th and inches, you're in the trenches, man. That's how we are right now. This is a spiritual battlefield, man. People are passing up and down. You have to be mindful of everything, man. All right? Spirits are active, man, in these times. And that's like it on the prophecy. But we're the men that the Lord has put out on the planet Earth across the 4 corners to foretell these things. We make up the tabernacle. It might not seem like that to everybody else, but that's the key to the Lord. The Lord says, give me faith of a mustard seed. Just give me a little bit. Just try. Just try, man. That's what the word strive means, to try. To fight, man. First Maccabees 1 and 16. Now, when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, also like it, verse 15, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. And this is mischief. This is that charagma is nothing but mischief, man. That's a snare to you, man. You're gonna take that, and guess what? You're gonna think that you're gonna have access to a better life. Man, Esau Edom is going to trap you in that, man. You have no freedom whatsoever. Think about it now to where we say stuff and then it pops up on our phones, right? Just imagine having that aside of you. Come on, man.
What?
You through, man. You got it, man.
God, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 again. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die.
A time to be born, and that illustrates the point we made earlier, right? Being born. Let's cut to the virgin birth. There's a time for everything under the heaven. And I want to get that word season because I had it earlier. But Bushak, could you read that one more time up? The word season?
It says, to everything there is a season and a time.
A what?
It says to everything there is a season.
A season and a time. This is the word season from the online etymology. It says season, proper time, suitable occasion, right moment, appropriate time. A sowing, planting. It says to sow. And that's like it unto the Lord. The Lord, a sower, a ruler, a king. All right? Fashion that rulership, that kingdom onto a certain way. All for his will, all for prophecy. And the Lord has done that. He's pulleth up one and pulleth down another. The Lord said, I see servants on horses and kings walking as servants upon the planet Earth. What's he paraphrasing? That's like it on us. You got servants in rulership right now, man. But according to Deuteronomy, it says the curses are going to be upon our enemies now. Now the shoe's on the other foot. We just got to be prepared for it, all right, by keeping for good the house of the Lord, man. Keeping up the Lord's house until He come. Until I come, the Lord said, give attendance to sound doctrine. Part of the sound doctrine is teaching the Bible, and it's 144%. Volume of the book. Go ahead, Mama. You got some more?
It says, you want me to read all the way down to Enoch?
Yeah, just going in. You can start where you're going.
It says, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Right, and this is the latter end of the word season. It says the meaning, time of year when an animal is hunted or killed for food. It says the sense of period of time regularly devoted to a particular sport or amusement. Now those two, I brought that out because those are two different types of times. It says there's a time of year when an animal is hunted or killed for food, and there's another time for regularly devoted to a particular sport or amusement. That's a time for mourning, that time particular where animals are being killed, right, essentially. And you got the other time for amusement. That's like it unto the Lord, man. You got good times, bad times, good times, evil times, perilous times. But these times that we're coming into, the scriptures tell you that woe unto you that go into the house of joy, man, roughly paraphrasing, man. It's better to go to it's better to go into the house of mourning than to the house of mirth, man. We know that this book is filled with lamentations, mournings, and woes. That means we got to prophesy the downfall of this place in order to get some relief, in order to get peace. We're teaching the truth of the scriptures. We're not breaking any laws, all right? We're teaching the truth of the scriptures. So have we become your enemy because we tell you the truth? Yes, we know you're going to persecute us. But even in your persecution, we're going to get the win. You got it, brother.
It says a time to kill and a time to heal.
Time to kill, time to heal. And this is the time of the killing of the society and the healing of the children of Israel, the healing of the elect. And a part of that healing is coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. The name of the Lord and His Son's name. What is the name of thou can tell? The name of the Lord, all right? The description of the Lord according to the Bible, all right? Debunking and, like the scriptures say, our weapons are spiritual by taking these stumbling blocks, all right? Telling our people that, hey, the charagma isn't Sunday Sabbath, Sunday service, the embargo, white woman, and all these different theories on the planet Earth that people just, these groups have promoted, man. And ultimately, when it's full blown, just like the men of the Lord are made manifest, right? You're going to have the wickedness made manifest. Like in Scooby-Doo, the mask of the wicked is going to be pulled off, so you're going to know who's promoting this charagma. Just like when that time came when the Jews came, right? We knew who supported the Jews at that time, right? Just like we knew who didn't take it. We knew who supported it, man. You got it, brother.
It says a time to heal and a time to break down.
A time to break down. The Lord will do that to you in the truth. The Lord will break you down in order to heal you. The Lord will take something from you in order to direct your path more clearly. You got it, bro. You speak on it. You got it.
God. It says, I'll read it again, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up.
A time to break down and a time to build up. Hey, and that's just, let me cut you off. That's just backing up that Jeremiah 1:9. The Lord said, pluck them out, root them out, all right, pull them down, because my name shall stand. Go ahead, brother, you got it.
Yeah, I was just going to say again, like, we're breaking down this kingdom, bringing up this banner, bringing up this word, bringing up this truth, waking up the nation of Israel, telling them the prophecies, prophesying. All right, that's the building up of our nation. And in doing that, you're also tearing down this nation.
Yes.
Right? America, Babylon. Okay, because what? You're unveiling those lies that were told. Okay, you're uncovering the lies, man, which is breaking this place down. Because that's what this place is built off of. It's built off of lies.
Yep.
It's built off of falsehood.
Darkness.
That's right. Falsehoods, darkness, lies, evil, witchcraft, all of this stuff, man. We're bringing that forth and we're breaking it down. It's not as great as it seems, all right? It's not as pure as it seems. It's not as good. You really don't want a piece of that American pie, man. All right, because it'll make you sick. All right.
So, like a lot of these migrants that's in the country, they got like articles on like Google and whatnot saying like a lot of these migrants that flooded into the country, they like about a year ago or 2 years ago. Now they're going back to their native countries because even they can see that the American dream is it was pretty much no more.
Ooh, that's heavy because that's scriptural. It tells you that every man go into his own country.
It's like the other
Yeah, man. It's talking about Babylon, man. This place is the worst captivity we've ever been in all captivities. How do we know? Because it's going to catch the most hell. It's going to get the most utterly wiped out, man. Smoke for a memorial. So just as much hell, the Lord said, reward her as she rewarded unto you, reward her double. So that's what we're set up to do, the men of the Lord, man. And just going into the point of the lesson, that's what the Lord set up throughout the planet Earth. Men. My tabernacle, I dwell with men, by the loins of men. All right? Israel, my seed, my chosen. You got it, brother.
It says, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance.
Mm.
You know, we're in a time of weeping right now because, you know, look at all the wickedness that is happening within the earth, man. This is not a time of laughter. All right? You got people that are barely making ends meet right now, man. But yet, here it is, there's folly amongst us, man. You know, folly is setting great dignity because what? They're trying to shadow what's really going on in this place, man. All right, which is what? The destruction. You know, because the scripture said it, she said peace and safety. And, you know, pretty much peace and safety goes into good times, your comfortability.
Yeah, the house
You
of
know,
mirth.
yeah, the house of mirth, man. You know, it goes into that. So, you know, as the brother said earlier, Monty, he said, well, this is the calm before the storm, man.
Yes.
Right? We in the midst of the calm before the storm. We like in the middle of the hurricane or the eye. And now you're about to get hit with the storm, man. All right? Because you know in the middle of the hurricane, you think it's over with. You think, oh, okay, we can come back out and it's all good. But shit, next thing you know, wind starts to pick up, it starts to rain. You know what I'm saying? It starts to get ugly, and that's the way it's supposed to. That's what it's going to start to be looking like out here, man. It's about to look real ugly.
Got your precept, bro.
That's right.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:4 in the NLT. A wise person thinks a lot about death, while a fool thinks only about having a good time.
Dang. A wise person thinks about death, and that is so true, man. All right, that is so true because you know a wise man would foresee the evil. All right, is that what that is? Yeah, the wise man foresees the evil, man. He sees that death coming down the road, man. He see that storm, man. Yeah. Everybody playing in the puddle. Everybody playing in the puddles outside in the rain after it just rained. All right, but we see we foresee, we see ahead, man. We see that storm is coming back, man. All right, we see that the worst part of the storm is coming. All right, and we're ready in ourselves in our mind, man. All right. So yeah, man.
We know that we're gonna be in the eye of the hurricane, so we're trying to abide in the shadow of the Almighty.
Right.
We gotta do it.
Yep. And it says, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together.
That's right.
And we ain't.
Ooh, that's heavy. You got it out.
Hey, we ain't gathering those stones right now, man. All right, we ain't gathering. We ain't trying to gather riches in this earth. We'll gather riches on this side, and we're trying to gather our riches on the spiritual side, man. All right, well, the Lord is accounting for everything that we do, man. Because here, nothing is being accounted for, man. Everything, all your assets and all your things that you have is not being accounted for, man. All right? Esau's getting ready to take all of that away from you, man.
Yeah, that's like it on us. The Lord said he's gathering those that he cast away. The Lord has scattered us.
Yeah.
Now he's gathering us. This is Ezekiel 28 and 25. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel from the people among whom they are scattered, and shall be sanctified in them in the sight of the heathen, then shall they dwell in their land that I have given to my servant Jacob. And that's yet to come. That's a prophecy that's going to come to pass very soon. The Lord said he's going to sprinkle upon us, all right, and clean water, all right. And that new name, the name is going to be refreshed in the earth, all right. The Lord is going to make his name famous again, like he did in ancient Egypt. And ultimately, the Lord is gathering us again for the testimony of Yahweh, which is the spirit of prophecy. Yeah.
All right? And it says a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Now, we're refraining from embracing the American dream, man. All right? But we're embracing what? This word, man. We're embracing this word. We're embracing the ushering of the kingdom. All right? And everything that comes with it, man. All right? And what we're detaching from this place, man. All right? And it says a time to get and a time to lose. All right? All right? We're getting the kingdom, man. All right? We got a kingdom to get to, man. All right? A time to lose. Okay, because what? We take losses here, man. We
die daily.
We die daily. That's right, yep. It says a time to keep and a time to cast away, man. You know? That's right. We're keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to ourselves, man. All right, we're keeping these.
Keeping our body under subjection.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Let's ourselves be a castaway.
Yep. Time. Yep. It says a time to render and a time to sow. A time to keep silent and a time to speak. That's right. And it's time to speak, man. It's a time to gird up your loins like a man and come out in the highways and the byways and preach this word, man. You know, because ultimately that's what we're doing is we're trying to wake up the elect of the nation of Israel out of these 12 tribes, man. All right, so that way the Lord can, come, man, to get us out of here, man. We're tired of this place, man. We're tired of living in this place. And we're tired of having to go through the hell that we have to go through, man. Just to sustain every day, man. All right, it's a battle. All right, it's a battle of the mind. It's a battle of the soul. And it's a battle on the body as well.
Yes,
all right? It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. That's right, man. So we're in the time of war, man. But after this great war, it's going to come peace, man. Because after war, what happens? Peace. There's peace after war, man.
That's right.
All right, and we know that the war is coming. All right, and we know that great peace is going to come to the earth again, which is going to be Yahweh Shai. It's going to come. Yahweh Shai is the what this is that in Isaiah, where it says that the Prince of Peace. Okay, that's what we're looking forward to. All right, the Prince of Peace bringing peace to the Israelites, to the 144,000. All right, and to the rest of the world as well, man, because through Yahweh Shai, through the elect, the rest of the nations are going to be at peace as well, man. Because when the righteous are in authority, the people mourn, and when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, man. All right, and the earth is waiting for the earnest expectation of the elect to be in rulership again, man. So it can flourish again. So it can be so everything can go back to its natural order. All right, but that's pretty much it.
So also in Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 5, whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing. A wise man's heart, meaning a wise man's mind, okay, A wise man's heart discerns both time and judgment. So, alluding to what the brother just read throughout Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. There's a time for every purpose. And a wise man understands that there's a time to love, there's a time to hate, there's a time to make war, there's a time of peace, there's a time to laugh and dance, and there's a time for mourning, there's a time to build up, and there's a time to cast down. Only a wise man understands these things. And ultimately, that wise man is the elect, because we understand that judgment is getting ready to come. And so therefore, we know according to prophecy, right now is not the time for love and happiness and mirth and all these things. It's a time for mourning, okay, prayer, fasting. It's a time for to seek Yahweh reflection, time. Reflection, like the brother said. It's a time to seek Yahweh Shai while he may still be found. You see, it says, Ecclesiastes 8:5 again, whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing. A wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. Verse 6, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore the misery of man is great upon earth. So the elect understand that to every purpose, to everything that goes on the earth, it takes time, okay, and it uses time, and then ultimately it comes to a point of judgment, where the Lord is going to decide whether that thing continues or discontinues. You see, when we get up the hopeful elect, we understand that the purpose of Esau's rulership and the rulership of America is getting ready to come to a judgment, which is it's getting ready to be put to an end. And we also understand that this is the time for the Lord's tabernacle, the tabernacle of David, this governing body, to be rooted and built up, okay, to be the next ruling body under Yahweh Shai in the kingdom of heaven.
This is 2nd Ezra 7:43 through 45. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, and temperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that had gotten the victory. And as it is written, Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. All right? Needed for that immortality for the come, which is the kingdom of heaven, Isaiah 9:6. All right? The government shall be upon their shoulders. All right? The Prince of Peace. So this is the 49th chapter. All right? The scepter shall not depart from Judah until Shiloh come. Where Shiloh means tranquility, peace. So at the end of war, there's peace. There's a time for killing. There's a time for healing. There's a time for good, time for evil. There's a time for war, a time for peace. All right, that third woe coming quickly, and we know, all right, at the end of that is peace, which is the kingdom of heaven. Lord willing, will be in that number. Before, all right, we go out, we're going to face the east and give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out the truth across the four corners during these last 60 times. Abba, Kom Yashalom, Mighty Shalom. Until next time, Shalom.